Hi, everybody. Welcome to a Monday morning coffee night. My beard's all out of whack. I ain't combed it yet. It looks like. Let's see, which way am I going? There we go. Well, let's just have to do. If you can chat with me, I'd like to say hi to you. I'm trying to get my beard. It's all going to the left, so I need to push it. I think this way. Well, I'm trying to. There we go. Comb it that way so it don't look like I went out in a windstorm. Well, it's sorta. Oh well. But hi, it's good to see you. Having some coffee, waiting on y'all to get in here. Hope y'all are waking up to a good day. I got to go to the doctor this morning, so that's why I'm not working. I got to go to the doctor, or else I'd be at work. So if you can chat in the live stream, I'd love to have you. Just probably not too long, probably half an hour. See who comes on and say howdy to me. Like my mug. Miss Kim's gone. She's at work. But that ain't the reason why I'm drinking out of that. And I bet my wife is watching just for a little bit, trying to see what I'm up to. I knew that was you. Hi, baby. I decided to do a. Now we got two people in. Hello. If you're able to chat, please chat. We're just taking a coffee break, a morning coffee break. Monday. I'm not at work. Well, my wife's saying, what kind of trouble are you into? Nothing. Not if you're happy, I'm not. I ain't getting in no trouble today. I'm gonna take it slow and easy. She's laughing. She's comical. So if you can chat with me on the chat line here, I would love to have you. I know a lot of people are at work and getting ready for work and getting the kiddos off to school. I don't know what the weather is where you're at, but it's cold here in these hills of Tennessee. And we're supposed to get, uh, the weather forecast said a big accumulation of snow probably tomorrow night. I don't know. If it does, I hope it comes a blizzard. Let it just come a blizzard. I don't care. I mean, we ain't had a good snow, and you got to realize if you don't have a good cold weather this summer, we're all going to get ate up with bugs. So if there's a deep freeze in the U.S., the bugs are gonna, it's gonna wipe them out. We'll be good. You won't have none of that. People don't understand that before all these different diseases, the climate, it helped us. A deep freeze in the wintertime, we didn't have too much bugs and stuff like that. But now it's all messed up, and we need that. I know people don't like that, but we need that for the bugs to be, you know, that's the reason why God created that way. But the climate is not the way it should be. like it used to be. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So if you can come on and chat with me, I would love to have you. Because sometimes, shocker, I do run out of stuff to say. So that happens once in a great while. But my wife would argue about that. She's like, you never stop, except when you go to bed. But my wife is saying it is his real and natural voice. Go to his video playlist and that says explaining my voice and check it out if you want to. So that'll give you all the details about my voice. So I don't have to keep explaining. So somebody, I think, went to do it because we had 5 people, and so they left. He does stop when he is eating and sleeping. She said, I do stop talking when I'm eating and sleeping. So, so if you meet me on the street, I'm liable to talk your ears off. That's what I do. People's like, when we're in Cracker Barrel, and I get to somebody that I know, they're like, my wife's like, they want you to quit. They want to eat. And I'm like, oh, well, I can't help it. It's like, I don't know. Sometimes I talk in my sleep. My wife's just commented and said, I ain't done that in a while because I've been having to take some restless leg pills to keep my legs from jumping around. I got restless legs at night and stuff like that. I got to wet my whistle with some coffee. My wife calls this skunk coffee because after I make it, she said the whole house smells like skunk. She said, there's a skunk under the house. I'm like, no, that's my coffee. I just made it. Yeah, please come and chat with me. Well, I'd love to have you. Come on. Let me know what you know. Or let me know what you don't know. And if you don't know it, I might know it. So, it's hard telling. But I have a doctor's appointment at 9:30. So I'm kind of killing a little bit of time. I tried calling my buddy Jaybird, but he must be working hard at work. I don't know what the weather is like up there in Philadelphia, but I'm sure you guys ain't got no pretty weather. So if y'all can talk to me, please talk. Let me know what your weather status is like. I'd like to hear what the weather is like in different parts of the country. And stuff like that. And Jaybird, I'm going to edit the live stream. I've done got it on the computer. I'm going to edit the last part because I took the phone in the other room. So that's the part I'm going to edit because that does not contribute to your family. So I'm going to get that out there. So if it ends, that's why I did that, because it don't pertain to your family. And but Kim had a point, and Jay, you had a point. Don't want to put somebody's information on the community, so I posted on the community the information. You can send it to go to the Facebook page if you have Facebook. I have TikTok too, but I don't know the handle. I don't know if you can send messages in TikTok because I don't get there very much. TikTok is a new thing for me, for this old man. So what I put is if you could on the community go to if you have Facebook, go to the Sidestepping Adventures in Mid Tennessee Adventure page. Send me a friend's request. Then you can put your information. Send it in Messenger for me. Then that way nobody else will have that information. So that's a good idea. I wish I could somehow privately give you my phone number if you wanted me to look up some people, but I don't know how to do that without everybody getting my number. So Jaybird, he has it. So I wished YouTube would put something in here where you could, if you wanted to private message somebody. Hey Larry, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Are you doing okay this morning? And before I forget, I've got to take my blood pressure pill. So just hold on a minute because I don't want to get a migraine headache. When I don't take my blood pressure pills in the morning, I get a bad migraine headache. So they're just 4 foot away. So hold on. Hold on to those horses. I'll be right back. I got water right beside me, but I forgot to take my pills this morning. So just bear with me just a minute. Because I started getting like a funny feeling in my head. So I don't need that. I've been getting these kind of funny feelings in my head. So I need to tell the doctor today about that too. I don't know what that is about, but my dad had stuff like that before he got Lewy body dementia. He was having to take naps, had funny feelings in his head, had headaches, and then he started seeing people. So I hope I don't go that route. That ain't good, because I had to see him go through that. I don't want to go through that. That was terrible. Seeing a man, tough as nails, would fight the devil. He wasn't afraid of nobody, and it was bad to see a man like that just go down to nothing. I mean, it was sad. It was sad. But he's in a better place. And he's probably watching. Hi, Dad. I love you. I miss you. He's probably watching. So, Larry, yeah, you take those also? I don't like pills, period. They say if you eat right, like the old timers, they didn't have trouble with their health because they ate right. We don't eat right. We eat junk food, stuff like that, stuff that we don't need to eat. Then we get these health problems. Yeah, I know you do. So I tell you what, I know I don't need to beg people to like or share or subscribe. I'm not begging you at all to subscribe, but it would help the channel. It would help us to get monetized a lot quicker. I don't know what is going to go on with my health issues. So if you could hit that like button on the videos that you watch, that would the help the channel get monetized a whole lot quicker. I mean, everybody wants to get monetized, but I wasn't planning on doing all this to make any money. I don't really. I wasn't doing this to make no money. It's just about getting a genealogy um, information out to other people. But with my health issues, we don't know. So the extra money would would be a big help to us right now because I've got a bunch of health problems. After I turned 51, I had to go get a checkup, and that's when it all went south. After I turned 51, it's like, oh man, they bombarded me with all kinds of different problems. So I'm like, good grief. So if you're younger, don't rush to get to 51 because when you get over the hill, it just, you start having bad problems. So, Larry, where are you from? Hold on a minute. I got to make some more skunk coffee. That's what my wife calls it. She's like, in the morning when I make my coffee, Arkansas. I've been through there when my dad was a furniture mover. That's Arkansas. Now, that's one place besides Tennessee I would love to live at. Arkansas, I would love to live in Montana because there's nobody in Montana. I could get along with people in Montana. Hold on, I'll be right back. I ain't going nowhere. You can still hear me? Yeah, I'm gonna have skunk breath, honey. She's like, I'm making more coffee. I'm gonna have skunk breath. And this is my third cup of coffee. I didn't get to drink my first cup of coffee because I have a carry. Well, what I forgot to do when I woke up this morning, I forgot to replace the pod that I made the other day, and I made the coffee, and I'm like, that looks weak. And I'm like, oh, I forgot to change it. So I had to make 2 cups of coffee. 2 cups of coffee in like 2 minutes. So I didn't like doing it, but I did it because I need my coffee. I need to wake up. The more I wake up, the faster this goes. No, it don't. Now this goes a mile a minute. I have trouble to sleeping sometimes. Hey, Jay Bird, my brother from another mother. I love you so much, brother. It's been so good. I'm glad I met you. You're just like, we're just almost like peas in a pod, me and you. Larry said, my third cousin lives in in Tennessee, Callersville. I hope I pronounced it. I'm gonna look that up, Larry. What county? What county is that? Do you know? We got 6 people on. If you're able to chat with me, I'm making some more coffee. I just drank my first cup of coffee. I think I need another dose to water me up. I better not jerk. Every time I jerk, I tend to hurt. So, you're not sure? So if you're able to chat with us, it's a morning Monday coffee chat. So that's why That's why it entitled it like that, so people could come on and chat. Your fifth cousin lives in Hades. He must have not been a very good Christian. I got a few of those that might not be upstairs. They may be downstairs. Hey, oh boy. Yeah. Well, they used to call me, I used to be pretty wild and didn't care much. Well, I cared until you got on my bad side, and I just didn't give a flip. I had to take off work. I have to go to a doctor. Matter of fact, let me go get my phone. I just text you why I got to go to the doctor. So hold on. Okay. Jay Bird is a good friend of mine. I love him. He is such a character. He's a character and a half. I'll text you what I'm going to the doctor for, Jay. Hold on, everybody. Oops. I hate autocorrect. Hold on, everybody. I'm getting there. You know why? Okay, that's simple. That's enough. Hi, we got. Well, I looked at the wrong number. I'm holding. She's holding. My wife is holding. If I had Miss Barbie on, I'd be holding her hair. But I'm not. I'm not Miss Barbie. Miss Norma's not here. I don't know how cold it is where you are. I hear popping. I hear popping noises. Kind of like this is what I hear. This is exactly how it sounds. That's what I hear, Jay, when I walk. It kind of resembles that. Kind of like, but not as noisy. Yeah, yeah. I kind of was walking yesterday, and I thought, well, what does that kind of remind me of? And that's what that reminded me of. And as the day goes on, uh, it gets worse. And I try not to turn my head because as the day goes on, uh, it gets worse. And my body gets tired. My arms, my shoulder, my neck. I kind of feel like one of those guys. You see them old people where they didn't get no surgery and their neck kind of shrinks down. That's where I feel something going on. So I need to get that checked out. Maybe get, who knows? Yeah, it could be. It could be. I'm going to type something. So y'all that are watching, just hold on, okay? I forgot what I was going to say. Uh, That's my phone, everybody. Oh man, here I am typing, and I ain't even getting a word in because I ain't got my. There we go. Hold on, everybody. Oops, I hate my fingers. Sorry, everybody. I'm not a very good speller, so, it's helping me out, so I gotta read what it's saying. L-A-T. I'm trying to spell. There we go. So that's why I'm going, because now I'm hearing stuff. So she said something about a couple of discs last year, so maybe it's got worse. I don't know. After that, 2 months later, I went back to the doctor and she informed me that I had enlarged liver. So I wasn't worried about the backside. I was worried about the inner parts. So I quit worrying about the back part and was worried about the liver. So we kept praying over my backside, hoping the Lord would cure it and heal that. And I was more or less worried about my liver because if the liver goes, you go. So, but I know God's got me. No matter which way it goes, the Lord has me. So God will intervene in this some way or another. So whatever happens, God's in control. I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to threat because when you threat, the worst thing you can do is let fear creep in. And I'm not going to let the devil get a hold on me. He used to, but he ain't no more. Good morning, Scooby. How's those puppies of yours doing? Scooby raises puppies. If you want some dogs, Scooby's got a bunch of them. He'll give you a bunch of them. If you want one, he'll give them to you. If you want to pay for it, he'll do that too. But he's got a bunch of puppies, Scooby does, and he's trying to get them weaned. We watched him on his live stream the other night. So if you want a doggy, just get in contact with Scooby there. He's got, I don't know how many he's got now. I think he said the other night he had like 7 or 8. He's having a rough time trying to get rid of them, which I can understand. The world is like dog poor right now, which you can't destroy an animal just because you can't get rid of them. They're God's creatures too. Yeah, Scoopy, those puppies they were very cute. So I'm on here drinking coffee, chatting to you good people out there. Now I know this is going to be gross, but I've got to clear my throat. So hold on. It happens. I think I'm trying to fight a cold. And we won't be going back down to the creek for a while. Because the other night, I kind of hurt myself. I jumped on something and I shook something I shouldn't have shook. You're welcome, Scooby. So anybody that needs a puppy, Scooby What state do you live in? I forgot. You'll give me. You saw a frozen puppy on the side of the road this morning, honey? Oh, that's bad. So if you live in upstate New York, Scooby has some puppies. Now get a hold of Scooby. He'll be more than willing to give you a puppy. Now he lives up in the hills, up in the boonies, so to speak. So get in touch with Scoopy. He's got some little puppies. They're good little puppies. You go on his live stream there, and you can see them. That's sad. See, that's what I mean. People don't take care of their dogs. They get lost or something, then they get hungry and froze, and that's a shame. So I got a birthday coming up in just a couple months. Lord willing, I'll be turning 52. It seems like I just turned 51 and it bad news, so I don't know if I'm gonna go to the doctor after I turn 52. Every time I do, every year, it gets worse. So I better not. Larry, you having a cup of coffee this morning too? Scooby, you having your cup of coffee? Miss Kim, she don't drink coffee too much. Every now and then. Yeah. When I have to work, I got up a little late this morning because I didn't have to work. But in the morning I'll have to get up at 3:45 in the morning. Then I'll leave here about 5 to 4 o'clock. When it's a work day, I just pretty much jump in my clothes, get my coffee mug, and then I go to Speedway. I get my coffee for free. So then I go to work. I'm the first one there, and I sit in the parking lot for an hour and drink my coffee, and which might a lot of people might call that a little bit of obsessive with work, but not really. I just like to be places on time, and hey, I'm the first one there. I'm the first one there. Always looks good on you when you're the first one there. But I never could stand being late for somewhere. If I have an appointment, I'm going to be there early. Yeah, yeah. So how long have you been retired, Larry? Scooby, are you retired? Or are you still working? I think Jaybird, he's working today. Yeah, he's he's hauling the fuel. We got 5 people on. There was a few. If you can come on and chat with us, we'd love to have you. I don't even know what time it is. Okay, it's 7:28. I don't know if Miss Kim Oh, you're disabled? You have severe COPD, and I take care of my mom? Of your mom? Well, that's good of you. Your pipes are frozen? Scoopy, oh my. Oh no, that's terrible. Scoopy's got frozen pipes he's unthawing. I've been there, done that. Let me tell you a story. I guess I was like 22 or 23. My dad moved the trailer out on some property, and I lived with my dad. Most of the time, when I wasn't crazy and wild and going out on my own adventures, I had to come back home because it always went south. Trying to read. Oh my. Scooby said the back bedroom always does cold and very windy last night and this morning. Oh my. Larry said, I've been very lucky. I've never had frozen pipes. Well, Dad moved us out and we had a well. Well, I don't know why he did this, but he put the trailer right over the well. So we had this the well pump was like that big. It wasn't a very big well pump, but it was all right under the house. Well, it got so cold, and it wasn't very, you had to kind of, probably about that much room you had to move up underneath the trailer. So, Dad, it was nighttime. I mean, here I am cold, I'm shaking, and it was cold. It was dead winter. Well, our pipes froze up. Like it was, if I can remember right, it was like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. And so he makes me go out and thaw out the pipes. And he's about half drunk. I'm not too far behind him. And I'm like, it's cold, it's cold. And so I get up under there and I start thawing the thing out. And all of a sudden, well, I had to prime. If you know anything about well pumps, sometimes you have to prime them with water. So here I am. It's like 15 below, and I'm shaking, trying to get this water in this little bitty hole to prime it, and it starts spewing back out on me. And so I'm like, I'm froze to death. And I'm like, Dad, it's cold. Well, you can do it. Do it, boy. We need the water. Okay, baby. Miss Kim's got to work. She said you'll be back a bit later. Okay, baby. I love you. And so I finally got it primed after an hour, but that's that's how I grew up. My dad was, he was one of a kind, he was. But, I want to go back and trade him for anybody else because he made me who I am today. Now, mind you, my dad always said I was just like my mom because I was so kind and I was compassionate towards people, but Dad wasn't. He was very much the opposite. He'd just tell you what he thought. He didn't care how big you were. He'd tell you what was on his mind. And if you didn't like it, he'd give you 6 months in the Undertaker, or 6 months in the hospital, or the Undertaker. He didn't care. He was a bad little dude. And he could prove it. He could prove it. My dad was so tough, he could hit you so hard. And I'm not making this up. After him and my mom divorced, he moved us to St. Louis, Missouri for just a little bit. Well, he started dating this woman, and she just broke up with this guy. Well, he took this woman to a bar, and they were sitting there listening to music. And the ex-boyfriend he saw Dad with her, and he come over, and Dad said he was drinking him a beer, and he was like that with the guy come over about the time Dad was drinking him a beer, and he cocked him. Well, Dad, when you mess with Dad, you get a whole bunch of dynamite when you mess with him. So Dad, in return, he gets him on the floor, and he starts beating the crap out of him. Well, he knocked this guy's eyeball socket out of his head. That's how hard my dad could hit you. And so Dad said that the bouncers picked him up. Dad said the bouncers must have been as tall as pine trees because it seemed like he kept going up in the air forever and ever. And so he's like, I ain't the one that started it. He did. So Dad said, when they dropped him, Dad said it felt like he dropped forever. But Dad come home with a shiner. I'm like, Dad, what happened? So he told me the story. So then Dad had to take this woman. I think he got released from the hospital. Dad had to take her to get him, pick up his car, and drive him back home. Well, I saw the guy. And I was in the car, and she said, Dad's name was Everett. She said, now, Everett, he done told me to tell you, you need to stay about 100 foot away because he don't want no more trouble from you. So we got up there, and he was waiting outside. Well, this is what he looked like. His head was wrapped up in bandages, and I don't remember what eye was covered up, but one eye was completely bandaged up, and he had only one eye that he could see out of. But yeah, my dad was a bad character, and this is my hairdo in the morning. Don't I look wild? I don't need no wig. If I was a rock and roll artist, this would just fit the T, wouldn't it? Come on, give it on. But I ain't. Miss Kim said this morning, you need a trim. I said, yeah, you're right. Not today, but yeah, I'm going to get it. So, Scooby, what's your plans for today? Larry, what's your plans for today? We've got 6 people on. Hello, how are you? I'm drinking what's left of my coffee. You saw my one mug, but this is my other one. Ain't that a sight? I don't think I need any more coffee. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do after the doctor's. I might be there about 2 or 3 hours. I hope not, but usually that's what happens when you go to a doctor. You're usually there a couple hours. I don't like that. I never have been good at sitting down and waiting on things. I think I got ADHD the older I get. I don't know if you can get ADHD as you get older in life or what, but I think I might have it. And I don't like it. Miss Kim is back. The weather just popped up. It's supposed to be a high of 32 degrees today. Woo-hoo! Heat wave. Time to get the shorts on. Now, I'm not good at sitting, am I? I just can't help it. I get too restless or something. I don't know. I think I get that from Dad. Dad never was one to sit down. He always had to keep going. I think he had too much on his mind. I get that way. Miss Kim says I have ants in my pants all the time. Okay, Scoopy. Scoopy said he's going back under the house. Water is back on. I'll be back. Okay, Scoopy. Today it's supposed to be in the 40s, Larry. Wow. I wished I had something to blow my nose. I'll be right back, okay? I got to go blow the snout. Some people might call it a snout. I've got something right here I can wipe my nose with. So, I don't know what. It's flying outside. Just looked outside. It's barely spitting snow. Yeah, it's supposed to get cold here. Tomorrow evening, it's supposed to. The weather says a lot of accumulation of snow. So, yeah, I'm blowing my snout. My grandpa Stringer, I got this nose from him. He used to call it the Stringer ski slope because of our nose is shaped like a ski slope. So I inherited this from my grandpa Stringer. Now, when I clean shave, I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to show you exactly how I look beside my grandpa. Because when I'm clean shaved, I look exactly like my grandpa Stringer. And when I'm like this, I look like my fourth grade uncle. Now, I think I've got a picture of Uncle Thomas he's a Ford. I look just like him. It's unbelievable. And we sign our name the same. It's weird. I don't know what that means. If we both sign our names the same cursive writing, one of these days I have to post something, his handwriting and my handwriting, because it's so weird. That's why I like genealogy, because I love history. I love American history. I love family history, because when you start going back in family history, you don't know what you're going to get. Yeah, that is cold. It ain't going to get that warm up here, down here, Larry. It's supposed to be cold all week. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you how cold it's supposed to be. It's supposed to get cold. It says 22 degrees right now, and it says feels like 14, but it's supposed to be tomorrow the high of 40, but tomorrow night 22 degrees. But oh, I don't want that. But Wednesday, watching a potential winter storm, cloudy with snow showers, mostly during the morning, high 27. That's cold. Uh, Snow showers mainly during the morning. Oh, I said that. Winds north at 5 to 10 mile an hour. Chance of snow 50%. Snow accumulation less than 1 inch, but you never know. They don't know what's gonna happen. But yeah, it's supposed to be cold. And been this is weird. By Saturday, it's supposed to be 43, and then it's supposed to warm back up. So next Wednesday, it's supposed to be back in the 60s. Miss Kim said, expecting 2 to 4 inches tomorrow. So she must have a different weather app than I do. But I've got Channel 8 weather app. So, so I hope you all have a good day. You all are good and careful today. And yeah, Mother Nature needs meds. And another thing, when we were kids, I don't know how old you are, Larry, but I'm 51, fixing to be 52. But when I was growing up, winter, you started having winter like snow on the ground before before Thanksgiving. You're 42? But when I was growing up, we had snow on the ground before Thanksgiving. Like mid November it started to snow. And most of the time you had like a lot of snow. And now it don't happen. So Mother Nature needs an enema. She needs an enema like a lot of things needs an enema. And I think the government's getting the enema right now with Trump. So, yeah, me and Kim are both 51. But I turned 51 before her. Then after I turned 51, I remind her now, you know what the Bible said? Obey your elders. Gotta obey your elders for 4 months and 4 days. That's me. But she never does it. But I thought I'd get on here and say hi to my subscribers and my viewers. I guess the trolls are all asleep in bed because they went trolling too late last night. Miss Kim says I have to respect and obey my elders. And then she says, I know, laugh out loud. And she works with one of my cousins. Actually, one of my cousins is her boss. So I'm related to most of Cumberland County. So that's why genealogy is a big part of my life, because I'm one of 58 grandkids on my dad's side. My mom, her family, she's one of 5 kids. My dad is one of 13 kids. So that's why I do the genealogy, because we have a big family on dad's side. And if you go up the chain, up the tree, gets bigger. I mean, I don't know how they fed so many kids back then, But if you had a garden, I guess that's how you did it. So, I mean, it's wild. It's wild how people. Miss Kim said, I like to joke with her. Yeah, I do. I like to joke with everybody, but clean joking. I don't like to offend people, but you know, if you get mad on here, if we say something, we don't mean to say we're sorry. You know, we don't mean to tick people off. We don't know what we say a lot. So if you see that we said something and you get mad, come back and explain to us what we did wrong. Okay? So we don't know what we did wrong if you don't tell us what we did wrong. So we don't want to offend nobody. So if you're watching this and we did offend you, we're sorry. We don't know what we did wrong. So come on in and join the chat next time we have a live stream. And if we did tick you off, just try to explain to us what we did. We don't mean to offend nobody. But we do have new rules in the sidestepping house for all the sidestepping sheriffs. Now we put people in timeout for a couple of seconds. If they don't learn their lesson, well, thank you, Larry. I'm going to have a lot more of stories in the future. Didn't put them in timeout for a big part. If they still don't learn their lesson, then just get rid of them. If they don't have no manners, and Larry, I just made you a honorary sidestepping sheriff. I enjoy talking to you. I know you're a good person by talking to you. You don't mean nobody no harm. You're respectable and you respect people. So I'm just gonna add you as a honorary sidestepping sheriff. You're welcome. And if anybody comes in here and tricks me into thinking you're good and I put you on as a sidestepping sheriff and you go by bonkers, I'm gonna take you back off. So obey the rules or we'll just take you off as a sidestepping sheriff. But we do have a bunch of crazy trolls that start mischief. But sometimes they laugh at me, and sometimes they kind of settle down. Sometimes we have to kick them off. Hopefully I'll straighten them up. Doubtfully, but who knows? And some people just don't like hearing about the Lord. But I am a God-fearing person, so if you don't like hearing about the Lord a lot, then this isn't your channel, because we are Christian people. But I'm a very Bible thumping Christian. I mean, I don't thump your head with the Bible, and I don't judge, because the Bible says to judge not, lest you be judged in the same manner that you judge somebody else. That means if you judge somebody else down here with that judgment, when you get to heaven, God's going to judge you by the judgment that you put on somebody else down here, besides what he judges you by what conduct you've done. So watch your step. You don't want extra judgment other than what you're already getting. So, nobody's perfect. If you think you're perfect, go to a lake and try walking on it. I'm sure you're going to sink. There's only one person that's done that, and his name's Jesus. But he was God in the flesh. So that's why he was able to walk on power. He was human form, but he had all godly power to walk on the water. So, if you think I'm wrong, go check out some scripture It'll lead you to what I'm talking about. See, I am called to preach, but I think that to preach, there's Scooby. I think to preach, you have to have, you have to be right with God in a lot of manners, and I'm getting there, but I think that I've seen too many preachers preach on one thing and go home and get out stuff they shouldn't be doing after they preach about it and do it. So I don't want to be a hypocrite, you know. I've got a lot of judgment against me. Hopefully God's forgive me of it. But I don't want to be a hypocrite. Welcome back, Scoop. You know what, Scoopy? I'm just gonna make you a moderator. You are gonna be a side-stepping sheriff, Scoopy. I love you, brother. The more side-stepping sheriffs we have, the better, because when we get all these crazy trolls, then you all can step up and help me. And Miss Kim, she can kind of step back and take a break. Because sometimes she goes crazy because she don't know what to do. So just follow Miss Kim's lead and put them in timeout. Don't kick them out. And then if they keep on, let me warn them. If they keep on, then out the door they go. You're no longer in the neighbor. Like what did Mr. Rogers used to say? You're welcome, Scoopy. You are a good man. We love you. You're a good man. I think you respect our channel in the way we are, and I don't think you would go out the door. So I think you would be a good sheriff. I love all my side-stepping sheriffs. I love y'all. If you guys watch this later, I do love you and appreciate you very, very much. And those of you that watch just on Roku, because I know a lot of you that are watching, you are like us. We have a Roku because it's cheaper. Why pay Ricochet? Good morning, my brother, from another mother. And Ricochet, I'm going to make you an honorary sidestepping sheriff. That way, we know not to kick you out this time. Good morning, bro. Now you're a sidestepping sheriff. That way nobody can kick you out. You're safe. You're safe now. Well, I know it. But you've been on enough of my live streams. I trust your judgment. Just that way we don't kick you out. Nobody can kick you out no more. You're a trustworthy friend of ours. We love you. You've been on here enough. We talked to you enough that I feel like I can trust you. You won't do me or Miss Kim wrong. You're a good person. I love all my people that I have met on here and I've talked to you. You're good people. One of these days, we're going to all get face to face with each other. We're going to chow down. We're going to talk. We're going to have a good time. And if we don't meet down here, we'll meet up there on the other side. And if I go first, I'll just wait on you. just picture this. I'm going to say, Lord, can I be the guardian angel? Do you all want me as a guardian angel? You guys are like, oh, Lord, no, don't put him in charge. You might not pay attention. I love doing this. I love y'all. So you all chat with me. Okay. We'll have to meet up in Uranus. And I'm not talking dirty, people. There is a Uranus, Missouri. I'll tell you where it's at. It's up around Rolla, Missouri. It's like right 20 miles. 20 miles west. I think it's west of Rolla. Good morning, Bradley. My brother from another mother. Bradley, we have missed you, brother. How you doing? Brother, we have missed you so much. What you been up to? We have missed you. We have wondered about you. And if me or Miss Kim has offended you in any way, we both apologize to you. Bradley, we didn't mean to. Just tell us what we did wrong. And by any means, if any of you all get ticked off by something we say, we don't mean to. You're getting ready to head to the market. Well, go buy me something real good. You must eat a lot of good, like vegetables. What kind of vegetables do you eat? Oh, better not drink that. That's plum sugar. We have missed you, Bradley. You are like, besides Jaybird and the bear and the main others, Ricochet, we miss you, brother. You are a regular. Every time you don't come on, we miss you. Broccoli. I'm gonna have to start eating broccoli. Kim don't like broccoli too much, but I love broccoli. I need to start eating more good stuff. That might help me. Yeah, you just been missing my live streams. Yeah. You might have to unclick the notification bell and re-click it because Fabian, he's been having problems to get my notifications. So he said that he had to click off the notifications bell and re-click it. I don't know why, but he said he's been having problems. We thought we did something bad. That's why we've been missing you. So that's why, we said, if we offend anybody, come tell us what we did wrong, because we don't want to offend you guys. I mean, we're all adults on here, so don't go getting your underwear in a wad. Come up here and let us know what we did wrong. What kind of coffee do I drink? I'll show you. Well, my cousin, Mr. Lindo Agee, my fifth cousin, He gave me a bunch of these for Christmas, Dunkin' Donut. So that's what I drink. If I don't drink that, I go to Speedway and I get Speedway coffee. But that's Keurig. Huh. Well, I wonder why. Ricochet said that he had to unsubscribe and resubscribe and for the notifications to work. So if any of y'all have subscribed and you're not getting notifications, go back in there, unsubscribe, resubscribe, hit the notification bell to all, and it should work. But a lot here lately, a lot of people's been getting problems. Yeah, I don't really like the Keurig coffee, but it's okay. One of these days when I get rich, I want to get one of them grinders. Because I heard that, when you drink kind of stuff like that, they've been putting in stuff you don't want to know about. Like rat feces and stuff like that. So I just heard about that. So if you're drinking coffee that is like mixed up, go get you a grinder, grind your own beans, because I heard that with the regular coffee, the FFA or whatever, they put rat feces in it and all kinds of stuff you don't want to know. So we all have been drinking rat turds for a long time and we don't even know it. So go get you a grinder and start grinding your coffee. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, oh no. And I just learned that this summer. So I'm finishing up this, and that's why I go to Speedway because they have that grinder. It's getting grinded up. So maybe all the problems that we're having is because of the stuff we're drinking. We don't know what's in that stuff. So y'all go do some information on Google. So to get a grinder that costs a lot of money. So one of these days, when we're rich, if we ever get there before we kick the bucket, it would be nice to have the money to do stuff that you want to do. But my dad didn't leave me that comfort. He said he was, but he said my stepmom would take care of me. She did. She took care of me all right. Bradley's drinks Starbucks House Blend. It's good stuff. Well, I would go get their coffee, but I tried to avoid, if everything, I tried to avoid, going to places where they take that money and they take it and they help things that are ungodly. So I don't try to I try not to go to those places that would give their money to support the LGBT or drag queens or something like that. You get the gist of that. I'm not going to support that kind of stuff. It's not godly, and I'm not going to support it. So that's why I don't go to Starbucks. Kind of got to watch where you put your money at, because if you don't support that kind of stuff, um, then you got to watch what kind of businesses you go to, because if they support that kind of stuff and you don't, then you got to find a different way. It's kind of like if you don't support it and you don't give them that money, it's kind of like cutting the head off the chicken. They can't, they can't, they don't have the money to do that stuff. So if you quit, yeah, they do. They do. Um, they're one of the businesses. So you got to be careful who you go, uh, where you spend your money at. So, yeah, one of these days I'll do a, I'll do a, I'll Google everything, and I don't know which one you're talking about. I know you love me. I know you love me, honey. But we love Jaybird too. He's a good guy. So, a lot of our health problems, we get that because people are allowing so much stuff that we eat to, and we don't know it. So, that's why we live shorter lives, and our grandparents and our great grandparents, they live to be 90 to 100 years old. Miss Kim has to go. She got to go to work. So I love you, baby. You have a good day. And I'm going to end it myself because I've been on here for a while. Yeah, I know. I know you're talking to me. She's calling me a goofball. I know you gotta go. You gotta go to work. So Miss Kim's gotta go. Everybody, we love you. You have a good morning. Don't work too hard. And we love you. And I got to get ready to go to the doctor, you all. She's blowing kisses back to me. And I guess to everybody else. Yeah, she calls me a goofball. Then she says, I love you. Well, Bradley, you have a good day. And Ricochet, you have a good day. Scooby, you have a good day. Larry, you have a good day. Jay Bird, you have a good day. Everybody that's watching, have a good day. And I love you all so very much. Miss Kim does too. You all have a good Monday, and we'll see you on the next live stream or sidestepping adventure, whatever we do, sometime this week. So, I love y'all. You take care. Jesus keep you. Be blessed. Bye-bye. Y'all take care. Jesus keep you. I love you.